Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Business Beyond the Game. I'm your host, Eric Jackson. I love speaking with athletes and sports executives, but always enjoy episodes like these with musicians who are active in the sports world. We're joined today by country music star and Grammy Award winner Darius Rucker. Darius, how's everything on that side of town?
Everything is great, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
That's great.
Darius, I don't think people realize how deep in the sports industry you are. You know, not only have you sung national anthems at some of the biggest events, you're also a partner at MGC Sports Agency. You know, you're friends with Tiger and Bruce Smith, and you have a women's college golf tournament, among other things, you know, named after you. Since your music career started, Darius, have you always just set out to be a part of the sports community?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, sports has been huge for me since I was a kid. And so when we made it and, I started to get in this part of the world, this part of life, I just wanted to be a part of sports. And I know I'm not an athlete. I couldn't play it. But I wanted to be involved in some way. And so, with MGC, it's great. And now, with the line with Fanatics, I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
I know. And, among your involvement, right, in sports, you've partnered with you've partnered with sports e-commerce giant Fanatics. The relationship started a couple years ago, right, Darius? But now you've expanded this collection, right, which now includes NFL, MLB teams. As an avid sports fan, what's it like just to, re-up that relationship and have your own, line?
Oh, dude, it's amazing to have my own clothing line with Fanatics. It's amazing, with the NFL, it was every time I saw my little logo on it, I freaked out. I thought it was great. Now we're expanding into MLB and some select colleges, and I just can't believe that I have my own, line with these great partners, and I love it. And the clothes are great. I love the clothes.
I know. How much are you just behind the company itself? Under the leadership of Michael Ruman, they've made a lot of strides from trading cards to sports betting.
Oh, it's amazing. Fanatics is such a great company, and like you said, they're expanding into so many things now, and just for me to be a part of it with the clothes and all the stuff we're doing with that is just, I feel honored, man.
I know you're definitely combining your passion for sports and fashion in this one, and speaking of just convergence, Darius, do you feel like athletes and musicians have similarities? Like, I know the audiences are different, right? But it seems to be an overlap in the entertainment industry.
Oh, absolutely. The one thing that you always find out is when athletes and entertainers hang out together, that all entertainers just want to be athletes, and all athletes just want to be entertainers. It's pretty funny. So there's a lot of crossover and a lot of.
So when you get together with athletes, right, they want to talk about music, and you're like, no, let's talk about sports, right? Is it similar?
Absolutely. They want to talk about music, and all I want to talk about is that last shot they had on a golf course, or that first time they threw. That's all I want to talk about, And so we get together, and it's always a mutual love society when it happens, and I love that.
Speaking of athletes, Darius, in a recent poll, MLB players recently said that they voted Nashville would be the best place for an expansion team. You're an investor and advisor with Music City Baseball, an organization trying to make that happen. Darius, how far away are we from making a baseball club in Nashville a reality?
Well, I know that, MLB is not expanding right now, but when they do, I just think Nashville's the most logical city. Yeah, it's such a great city and so many people there. It's you'll always have a crowd because there's always people coming to visit. And, I know they're not doing it right now, but when they do expand, I really think Nashville's the city to go to.
Yeah, one of the fastest growing cities, definitely, for sure. And
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And, do you think that's just the opportunity of convergence again, right, with, country music and, sports and, the Titans are building their new arena. It just seems like a lot going on in Nashville between the sports and entertainment aspect.
Oh, absolutely. It's just growing. When they got the Titans and now they got the Predators and they show the Nashville town shows every year that how much they support the teams. Like you go to a Preds game and it's crazy. You go see the Titans, it's crazy. And I think baseball is just the perfect next step for that city, and I'm really proud to be a part of that whole group.
Yeah, no, definitely. And, Darius, you've invested in other areas of the sports business, but I'm curious your interest in team ownership. Would you ever be interested in, if the opportunity presented itself, Eric Church, for example, got a stake with the Charlotte Hornets recently?
Absolutely. I'm totally. I would totally be into that. If so, I just being a part of an ownership of some, an NFL team or an MLB team or NBA team. I mean, that would be a dream come true for me. And I'd be at every game too, just looking all cool with my shirt on, just loving every minute of it.
I know the Dolphins are your team, so maybe Mr. Ross needs to buzz your line and get that set up.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what needs to happen. Thank you very much.
We've talked a lot about pro sports, but I would be remiss not to mention college football here. Your Gamecocks are one of the teams that are going to be a part of this Fanatics line, but I'm also curious your thoughts on how they will look this upcoming season. The reports out of camp say quarterback Spencer Rattler is slinging that thing pretty good.
I think it's going to be a great year for the Gamecocks. We had a good year last year. Beating Tennessee and Clemson at the end of the season was huge and a great way to go into the season. So I'm excited. I always say we're going to win the national championship, but we play in the SEC, so that's probably not going to happen. I love my Gamecocks. I think it's going to be a great year, and I love college football.
How often do you get down to Columbia anymore? I know you're a busy man, but
a lot. I go to a lot of home games. You'd be surprised. I'm a season ticket holder, and I got my tailgate spot and everything, and I may go to every home game this year.
I like to ask guests this question who come on the show. Just, what's the best business lesson that you've learned just throughout the whole time? Something that we can just take away a bit.
For me, I guess the best business lesson I learned is, invest in things you believe in. Invest in things, don't. I've had these fly by my pants moments where I made a bad investment, but invest in things you believe in, and usually you'll win.
Right, not just something that might be sexy or something that someone told you to invest in, or
exactly, exactly. Not the fly by night thing. Something that's solid and you believe in it, and you know it's going to work, and that's what I do.
I love that. Well, there you have it, folks. 3-time Grammy Award winner Darius Rucker. His upcoming album, Carolyn's Boy, will be out October 6th. Go check it out. D, we appreciate you taking some time from the tour. Chat some sports with us.
Absolutely. Great talking to you.